Hi, everyone. I am Mrs. Coon. We're going to talk about emotions and feelings today. Have you ever felt angry because someone called you a name or your brother and sister stole your remote control to the video game you wanted to play? Have you ever been really frustrated because your parents wanted you to do something that maybe you didn't necessarily want to do? Or you were really sad or worried because you were afraid that someone was going to call you a name or make fun of your outfit or make you feel uncomfortable? Well, you know what? Feelings and emotions are normal. We all have them, but it's how you handle and what you do with those feelings that matters. If you let those emotions get out of control, nothing good comes of that. Think about it. You end up fighting, getting in trouble. Maybe your parents become maybe angry with you or they're in a really bad mood. So, we're going to learn a skill that you're going to use the rest of your life. We're going to learn lots of different coping skills. So, when you are trying to get your body to stay in control, the first thing you want to do is you want to make sure that you know what your body signs are. Did you know that your brain really gives you some clues and some warnings when you're starting to get out of control? It's almost like your brain's going me all over your body. You might feel, if you look at this picture of a body, your head might hurt. You might get red in the cheeks. Maybe you clench your fists. Maybe you stomp your feet. Maybe you get a headache. Maybe you get a stomach ache. Maybe your heart starts to beat really fast. Well, you know, your body does that on purpose. It does that on purpose because it's telling you, I'm giving you body signs. You got to do something with it. So, guess what? The first thing you want to do is take a deep breath. You want to breathe in and out. Take a couple more. In and out. You know, out of all the skills, that is the one that has really been researched the most. When you take a deep breath, it's almost like you're blowing out that anger and that anxiety. So that may calm your body down enough that you can kind of deal or problem solve with your emotions. If not, then we're going to go to number 3, where you're going to count to 10, kind of taking a little break, or you're going to walk away. So you don't do something that you're going to regret. Now, if you're still having those body signs and you feel like you're going to do something you're going to regret, then we need to act. So I'm going to show you a bunch of different things that you can do. Sometimes it's as simple as taking a drink of water to cool yourself down. Sometimes it's getting a Hoberman sphere. This is really good if you want to practice your breathing. Sometimes it's going to a place in your house and it's listening to music, putting your headphones in. Sometimes it's getting a pinwheel, and I love to practice breathing with your pinwheel. Sometimes it's just going to somewhere in your house and reading a book or reading a chapter book that really changes your thinking. Sometimes it's getting out crayons and markers and getting a pad of paper or a piece of paper, and it's drawing a picture, it's scribbling. Sometimes it's even okay to scribble on a piece of paper, not one that you're going to turn in, but scribbling on a piece of paper and then ripping it up and throwing it in the trash can. Sometimes that's necessary to do. I love getting a journal that says positive thinking or a gratitude journal, because sometimes when you write down all the things that you're thankful for that are good in your life, sometimes that just creates really good feelings for your body and it helps you stay in control. I also have a journal of my own that I keep under my bed at night. And my mind races, and sometimes that keeps me from sleeping. So sometimes I'll get out that journal and I just start writing. I don't worry about what it looks like. I just get all those thoughts out of my head and I put it back underneath my bed. Sometimes It just helps to get, if you have a pet, a cat or a dog or a stuffed animal, sometimes it helps just to like take a nap or just go to a quiet space and just kind of hug that animal or that cat, dog, or that stuffed animal. And sometimes that creates really good feelings. Sometimes it just helps to color or to draw, as I said before, but I also love these mandalas. You can go online and you can print these off. In fact, I have some that you can print off on my webpage. And just by coloring in with lots of different colors, sometimes that changes your thinking as well. I love these little, I don't know what you would call them, but if you turn them over, sometimes it just helps. It's kind of like a glitter jar. Sometimes it helps just to watch and just center your brain on these items and just to see what happens. It's just kind of calming and it's relaxing. One thing that I really love to do is I love to jog. I like to go on walks. I like to do yoga. I like to lift weights and exercise. It may help you just to go ride your bike or take a walk around the block, go to a park, go on your jungle gym, your play set, or just run around your yard, shoot hoops, play basketball, put your helmet on and go for a skate ride. Anything to get your body moving, that's going to help your body stay in control as well. So there are so many more things that you can do to relax your body, but guess what? You have to practice these. I know that sounds really weird. I'm going to practice controlling my emotions. Well, think about it. You practice reading, you practice writing, you practice math. If you're a piano player, you practice the piano. If you play the violin, you practice the violin. If you're a tennis player, a baseball player, a basketball player, a hockey player, you practice. So guess what? You have to practice these steps as well. Because when you have these strong emotions, if you're not used to following these steps or staying in control, then chances are you're probably not going to be able to do it. So go into your room. I know it seems kind of weird to practice. Practice by yourself. Think about your body signs. Practice your deep breath. Walk away or count to 10, and then figure out what is a coping skill or a strategy that works for you. Sometimes you have to try all of them. And maybe if you're a baseball player and you can't really get out of Hoberman's fear when you're a baseball player at the plate, right? So maybe your strategy is you're just going to do 3 deep breaths and you're going to use that positive thinking. Or let's say you're at home. You can do a lot of these strategies at home, especially if you create a calming corner. So we'll talk about that calming corner in the next slide. And I'm going to show you some examples of what a calming corner could look like in your house and how you can use it. So thank you for watching today. And I know that you can stay in control.